Good evening. I'd like to call the April 29th Town Board meeting to order. Everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. Just a quick announcements. So the spring cleanup is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Each household is allowed to bring one pickup truck's worth load to the South Fallsburg water wastewater treatment plant on Route 42. I believe you have to provide proof of residency as well when you come. Also, the May food pantry falls on Memorial Day in May. So we're gonna find a different date. It'll either be the week before or maybe the Tuesday after. But we'll put it out to the public to give you a definitive date. I just want to put it out there now that it's going to be moved no matter what. Next up, our town attorney has a report.
This is a report. There was a notice of pendency filed in connection with removal of an unsafe building. The building was removed and it expired. The notice of pendency expires in 1 year. However, the owners requested that we vacate on consent because it is a cloud on title. So it's just to alert the board that I'm going to take care of that. It's authority delegated under the town code to the town attorney. So just let you know what I'm doing.
So it doesn't require a board vote?
It does not require a board vote, but I might as well be aware of it.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Paula, do we have any correspondence?
I do not.
No? So then let's go ahead and move on to public comment. Do we have any public comment tonight?
I don't have anybody on for public comment.
Do we have anybody online?
Nope.
All right, with that said, we'll go ahead and move on to our department head updates. First up, Parks Department Manager, Harris Lutton.
Good evening. First, I guess I would like to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to serve the community and work for the town. I look forward to bringing new ideas and elaborating more on the beautification and the development of the town. We're pretty busy this time of year. We spent the last month getting ready for the parks to open up, which they did on Friday. We've been a lot of litter pickup throughout the towns. There's plenty of that to go around. We are constantly battling Mother Nature, so we finally have a break in the weather. So we've been able to remove limbs, leaves, debris, things of that nature throughout the parks in the town. We've constructed over 20 new garbage cans that we have placed around Morningside Park. We hope in the future to construct more and place them out through the towns to help with the aesthetics. Painting and repairing tables. We've got hundreds of picnic tables throughout the parks and the towns. We are in the process, now that we have a break in the weather, to paint and replace boards from weathering and the winter months. Right now, we have a project up at Morningside adjacent to the football field. Highway is helping us remove the old asphalt foundation from the tennis courts, and we will be eventually filling that in for a soccer field coming hopefully towards the end of the summer. We will keep you posted on the development of that, but we are about 95% of the way cleared of the asphalt. Today we started playground mulching. We started in Morningside. We're going to make our way out through the towns, giving it a nice thick layer, probably about 6 to 8 inches for safety reasons in case anybody trips or falls off the equipment. We have just started that this afternoon, so we will be continuing that, weather pending. As long as Mother Nature cooperates, we will continue with that. New picnic area in Mountaindale. We just installed a new picnic area with 2 barbecue pits, 4 tables, to help spruce up that area next to the playground. That is part of the public side of the park as well, so hoping to attract more people. Been staying busy at the golf courses. Helped Lockmore. We installed a new floor in the kitchen, painted the pro shop not too long ago, gave it a nice touch up, so continue to do that. We've got the boats in the water. Hopefully in the next couple weeks or so we'll be opening that up to the public, painting, repairing, all that good stuff for the upcoming season. We installed a new bumper system on the docks to help with any potential damages from the patrons of the boat usage. And lastly, our O&W Sullivan 180 project for this year is in Mountaindale Park, or I'm sorry, excuse me, the Mountaindale basketball court, that area. We are renovating. We already removed the trees. Now, the problem with those trees were the roots were invading the court. It was making it unsafe for a playing surface. The roots were damaging the asphalt, pushing it up. So we removed the trees. We will be replacing the trees. New gardening, new flower beds, new picnic areas. Cornell Co-op is going to help with garbages, picnic tables and benches. And we will be installing a half basketball court, half pickleball court, hoping to attract more people to that area, as well as we are in the process of finalizing and finishing the pickleball courts in Morningside.
That's in partnership with the Sullivan 180 that we will be attending tomorrow night to receive the grant, $17,000.
Thank you.
There's an event tomorrow night for Sullivan 180 that they're going to be presenting the grant.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, a member of the public approached me mentioning about the pond in Morningside that's being filled in or something, or?
Yeah, there is land in Morningside that we are filling in and repurposing it as additional parking, more recreational area for the public. The problem with that area was it was dried up with the lack of rain that we've had in the past. So we decided to add more surface area to the park for more recreational use. We will be adding gaga pits. It seems to be a pretty big game for the young kids. And we're going to increase the parking spaces as well.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, our assessor, Winnie.
Hi.
That had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. There, hey Nate, what's up?
How are you?
Good, how are you? Hello dear, how are you? Thank you. Miranda dear. Do you want one?
Sure.
Paula, do you want to hold one, or somebody wants to hold one for Sean?
Yeah, his spot's right there if you want to throw it in the pile.
All right. Okay, so this one's a little extended, this report, March and April are there. So you're gonna see both months. I mean, pretty self-explanatory, we pretty much know how this rolls. These are all the permits that we're getting from the building department. We break them up, we put them in. If you look at the first sheet, April is the one to look at, open permits, 1,585. And then Village of Woodridge, their open permits there that we're dealing with right now. The next box, that's just developments, just permits for new units and things like that. These other permits are everything else we have. So that is that. March we can skip over because there's just, oh, and then the bottom to the total deeds, where it says, oh no, that's, where did she put the deeds? There it is, 109 from March 1st to April 20th. So the first one, is the first one? Yeah, okay. So again, anything in the Woodridge area we're waiting on. I want to say I'm thinking Wood Falls and Cherry Hill are the two that look like they're going forward. So those are a lot of units right there. The other ones have all kind of been in flux. The Glenville home ones, I wanna say they're possibly moving forward with the subdivision. That seems to be the one that they're pushing right now. All the other ones are the ones that are upcoming. The one that's really starting to hit us right now is Westbourne Phase 2. That one's really rolling. And then the next page is the current. So a lot of the same developments are on there, and that's only because there's a lot more going on there. There's the finished basements, any type of decks, so you may see 100% there, but it's also just the fact of they're just adding things to it. We do have a couple of older developments. It seems the new wave is to take down the old units and build brand new ones. So like a lot of the older developments are now doing that, taking down the old and putting up brand new. That is about it. Yeah, there's 2 pages of those, so you're gonna see the ones that are brand new, Concord Estates, Rosewood, Perennial, that's all on the second page. That is it. Any questions, anything, we're good?
Any questions?
Questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Minnie.
You're welcome.
And last department head update for tonight will be TJ.
I'm just gonna say ditto from Whitney.
Not that easy.
Now, as you can see from Whitney's report, we're between on my department and her department, we are slammed. It's, excuse my language, but I call this hell time from here until September. Just from January to April, we have 346 permits, and there has to be no lie, at least 30 of them coming in a day. So we're trying to keep up as much as we can. We're finding a lot of people building without permits, so we're violating them and, getting them to try and cooperate. We closed out only 14 of those, Violations now will be worked on. We're cleaning up properties and stuff like that now that winter time is over. But that's also another struggle because a lot of people aren't in town to, you gotta chase them around and stuff like that. So we sent out our letters for our camp inspections. They're going out, people are starting to call in for their inspections, short-term rentals. Operating permits, which are the stores that are gonna open up, we inspect all of them before they open, So it's very busy time, very busy time.
Are you backed up at all with scheduling?
No,
No.
I'm out and everybody's out this time of year, so. We try to make time to be out and then in the office to do permits also, so.
That's fantastic. Is there any questions from the board?
Thank you.
Thank you, TJ. All right, let's move on to our agenda items for tonight. Number 1, motion to approve town board minutes dated 4/22/15.
Motion. Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Number 2, motion to approve part-time seasonal employment of Arnold Seletsky in the Parks Department as a laborer 1 with an hourly rate of $35.53 effective 4/9/25.
Motion.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Number 3, motion to approve seasonal employment for the following office/clerks in the Parks Department. Teresa Cole with a pay of $16.25 an hour, effective 4/21/25, and May Hanold with a pay of $18.25 an hour, effective 4/17/25.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Next up, it is with great pleasure to be able to read this publicly in front of everybody. Number 4, motion to approve the promotion of Phil Brooks to sergeant with a salary of $94,826.50 effective today, 4/29/2025.
Motion.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, motion passes.
Can we read the next one and I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna pin her.
Yeah, let's do the pinning.
Hold on. Oh, you're better off this side.
Hold on.
Do it till he screams.
Can you do it over?
Look at us. Here, turn your faces around so we can see us. Get a good picture. Have her put her hand on the badge. I know, we need details. Come on. Go ahead, touch it.
Now turn towards the crowd.
All right.
Get up once.
Next up, so for the first time ever, the Fallsburg Police Department is going to be appointing a third police detective in this department. This is a fantastic milestone for a very, very busy town. It's going to help alleviate pressure on existing detectives and help us close cases much faster. So number 5, motion to approve promotion of Stephen Vogler to provisional detective with a salary of $94,030 effective tonight, 4/29/2025.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
I'm gonna give Steven my original detective's badge, so he gets his, so we're gonna put off the.
Let's put the cameras up for pictures. Do we want to do board first or board first? Board first it is.
He can come in.
You guys are too crammed together.
Yeah, spread out.
You can spread out a little bit. Hold on, I can't even see you guys.
Okay, we'll just move her over.
Sorry. No, move that way a little. No, not Miranda. Well, Miranda's kind of hiding now. Whatever. All right, that's good.
Okay, can we have all the cops come up before the, come on. And the DA?
Thank you.
You might need to take that picture outside.
Travis is like me.
And former Fallsburg police officers.
I want to ask you.
Whatever you want.
We might have to go outside for this one. Should we go outside? I think we went outside.
Outside quick,
I
right?
think you're gonna have to.
Yeah. Okay, just be easier, spread everybody in.
Going outside.
Wait a minute, did you take, oh, they're taking it outside?
Sorry, we're interrupting the meeting.
Oh, really? That's why I said all 4.
Hey Adam, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
So far, the response. What I do, I'm here and there, I see any garbage in I can,
How are you? Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't offer me.
Can't leave this place alone, right? But listen, like I told you, I'm not a top.
They go over,
You
go over
great
90
job.
tires already over.
Now you're in the torch.
Yeah,
This town hasn't looked better since you took over everything.
Last Thursday.
People should know this, you know what I mean? And
I got him going to your office.
Nice to meet you.
You're welcome.
He's doing it.
It's not like a dog, right?
Yeah, it was okay. Thursday, we're gonna scrape the area out, level it out.
He's out, we're out, he's out. Alright.
Yeah, you see the mound right there, so we're gonna scrape and level it out.
See ya.
I have to.
There you go.
Even though it's still.
They're all right. Arnold, what is Gaga? I know they played it in camp.
It's like that.
Different kind of dog.
I know they played it in Landsman. They played it in Landsman.
But this,
Yeah, they kicked the ball at the dog.
All right, we're almost done. Just have a couple more agenda items. And all right, we're all set. Okay. Number 6. So this has to do with commodities that we put out to bid, specifically for the highway department. At the recommendation of the highway superintendent, we're here to approve the contractors to provide specifically washed stone of various types. So number 6, motion to award New York State DOT first washed stone non-delivered contract period 1/1/2025 to 12/31/2025 with a price of $26 per ton and delivered contract period 1/1/25 to 12/31/25 to Callanan with a price of 35 cents a ton.
Motion. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Number 7, motion to award 1A low abrasion, non-Wappinger crushed light limestone, delivered contract period 1/1/25 to 12/31/25 to Callanan with a price of $32.50 per ton.
Motion.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye, motion passes. All right, so that's it for our regular agenda items. We have one discussion item for tonight, the Manhattan Film Festival presented by Barb Schmidt.
Thank you. So, I'll just give a quick history, although I know most of you know what this is. 28 years ago, an international short film festival started in Manhattan. It is now a worldwide initiative where they get over 1,000 short films from all over the world, and they're curated and put together in a one-night festival. So in 2020, we started presenting that here in the town of Fallsburg. It started at Morningside because it was COVID that year and you couldn't have inside films. Now we have a commitment from Hurleyville Performing Arts that they would like to provide the venue again. So I'm here to ask if the town of Fallsburg would please host it. The fee is $600 and that gives us as many viewings as we want. So Hurleyville is willing to do at least 2 screenings, and then if the town of Fallsburg approves that they're going to be the host, would they be willing to have another screening at the Monticello Library, and then any other place in the town? So it would give you a sense of it. So this is from last year. So a short version of this is what everybody gets as a program. It describes the 10 films that they'll see. And as I said, this is international, so some of them are in English with subtitles. But the beauty about a short film festival, and that's it. The beauty of a short film festival is that the directors have to make. The directors have to make their point very quickly, and sometimes they're funny, and sometimes they're very poignant, but the audience always comes away deeply moved by it. The other thing that's very interesting about this being a worldwide event where all the films are shown the same week all over the world is that everybody gets a ballot so that when they say you be the judge, it's so that everybody can vote for their best film, wherever they think is their favorite. And what's always interesting to me as the one who tallies it, it's always interesting to see how the Fallsburg tastes reflect the worldwide taste. So that's been good. And then we watched the Oscars recently. One of the films that we screened won a short film award at the Oscars. So that was exciting. It's kind of like rooting for a home team.
So I'm all for it personally. The only thing is if we're gonna get behind it, I'd like whatever we are involved with the state and town, obviously. We mentioned Monticello, so.
Sure. I mean, that's why I'm presenting.
Yeah, that was my concern. I mean, you said it's unlimited screenings.
We can show it as many times as we want for that one $600 fee. So if we wanted to have it here in the Fallsburg Library, we can have it at the Fallsburg
What
Library.
about the Fallsburg Theater? The Rivoli?
Sure, if they're willing to say yes, that would be great.
So HPAC committed to 2 screenings, is that what it
They
is?
committed to 2, because it all happens within the week. So we can pick any night within the week. So let's say, for example, if they said yes to a Thursday and a Sunday at 6, then that gives us, like, we could have a Saturday night at the Fallsburg Theater, which would be amazing, if it didn't interfere with something else they were doing.
And is there some sort of assurance that if we fund it, that it's not gonna be at the Crawford Library?
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
you have my word.
okay, all right, just wanna know, because they may wanna do it themselves, they may wanna
Right.
sponsor it as well.
Which
They
would be great.
absolutely could. They absolutely could. For years, we were the only ones in all of Sullivan County doing it. And in one year, I think we were, not only were we the only one in Sullivan County, I think maybe even Newburgh.
We also have the theater at the college, which is in the town, we could have home.
Yeah. Love that, because that's how this whole thing started. The first year that we did this with Steve Adriani as the supervisor, my thinking was, okay, so can we have it in the Union? Or in the big theater, the Ceiling Theater, but then there's the whole COVID thing, so it was like, okay, it's gonna be outside on the bleachers. But then the next year, we were like, oh, could we have it at the college? And then Hurleyville Performing Arts stepped up. So the beauty of this is, if you folks are kind enough to underwrite it with the $600, everybody sees it for free. So there is no admission. Hurleyville graciously provides it without any fee. So, you know, when things are free, people who don't have the money for cultural entertainment, they can just go. So,
Interesting, so if we didn't fund it, then they'd probably have to charge $4, $5, $10 admission.
that's what we had to do one year. We had to have Hurleyville Performing Arts do it. Now, when you're not a municipality or a library, then it's a 50-50 split. So what they had to do is, they charged $10, and then we gave Manhattan Short Film $5 per ticket. And, you know, that year I felt sad for the people who I know don't really have a lot of discretionary income. It's always nice when we can give them a free evening. And I'm saying, these movies are so powerful. It's like subjects that you never even thought might be going on in other countries. Like last year, there was one that like brought people to tears because it was some kind of women's prison in Italy. And it's like, just from being a party girl, they would just take you away with no due process. Like, here you are, you're gonna be in this woman's prison.
So it's essentially, if we pay the $600, you know, we'd be paying $10 each for 60 people, but if 100, 200, 300, 400 people come, you know, it'd be substantially cheaper.
I can't honestly say we've ever had 300 or 400, but certainly every year when I count these up at the end, we always have more than 100 attending every year. Like, I can't remember from last year because it was free again, if it was like 150 or whatever, but people love it. And it's a way for people, because this is announced on their worldwide webpage, people who never have been to Fallsburg might come to Fallsburg, see the movies, and then I know one of the things that we arranged with Hurleyville is like if we do it at 6 o'clock, maybe after the movie, people want to go to the Tango, or they could go to some other restaurant, get a bite, or whatever.
How do you advertise it? I don't remember ever seeing advertisement for, I know, you know, you
Because
do
it's
it.
been on the town website.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh, I just never saw it.
Yeah, I always, like, it's kind of a one-person thing, like I'm always blasting it on all of the media that I have access to. As I said, it will be on their website, like as soon as we firm up what's happening, it'll be on the website, and then I just share it as many places
There's
as
also
I can.
been flyers in the post office.
Right, like these things, they give me, every year, they give me a whole media kit, so it's a box of these flyers, so I go to all the post offices and I put them up.
Okay, well, if we do it, we can definitely help promote it on the town Facebook page, especially if it's free to all the residents. It's
It's free.
considered arts and entertainment, so definitely something for us to consider.
Super, any other questions?
All right.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you so
very
much for your
much.
time.
Good night.
All right, so I believe we have one executive session item for tonight involving pending litigation. So I will entertain a motion to enter an executive session regarding pending litigation. Do I have a motion?
Motion, second.
Motion is second, all in favor? Aye, motion passes. I don't anticipate any further business after executive session tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. And with that, we are adjourned.
Yeah. Oh, I heard it. That's good.